So, the first reason I am not a feminist, and probably the biggest reason I'm not a feminist, is because modern day feminism is not about equality. They say that it is, feminists constantly say that feminism is about equality, but it obviously isn't because they only focus on women. They don't focus on men or men's issues. In fact, they completely ignore men's issues. And men do have issues. And actually something I've noticed is when somebody does mention men's issues, feminists tend to get pretty pissed off about it. Like, we can only talk about women's issues. And they do that whilst saying they're about equality. They only talk about women whilst saying that they're about equality. Doesn't sound like equality to me. You can't achieve equality by just focusing on one side. Second reason I am not a feminist is because I am not a victim. And I refuse to be a victim. But modern day feminism is literally all about being a victim. It's all about having this victim complex. And feminists, they insist that women are oppressed, that the patriarchy is keeping us down. Okay, sorry to break it to you, but there is no patriarchy. There was a time, obviously, when women had less rights than men. But first wave feminists and second wave feminists, they took care of that. They took care of those issues, and now we have all the same rights as men in the West anyway. Obviously there are other parts of the world where women are still very much oppressed, but I'm going to get onto that later. But in the West, we have all the same rights as men. Literally, I cannot think of one right that men have that women don't. If you want to watch a feminist just crumble, ask her that question. Ask her what rights do men have that women don't. She won't be able to answer you, because there are no rights left that we don't have that men have. We have all the same rights now. We have all the same rights and opportunities in life. We are equal. Obviously, there will be some issues that happen sometimes that are specific to each gender, you know what I mean? But that's the thing. Each gender has their own issues. But as I just said, feminists only focus on women. That's not a way to achieve equality, as I already said, and yeah, I'm not a victim. I don't want to be a victim. I don't like this whole victim complex thing. It's not me. It's not something that I am okay with at all, so that pretty much disqualifies me from being a feminist, doesn't it? Because to be a feminist nowadays, you have to be this victim, and I refuse to be a victim. Reason number 3 is because there are too many different kinds of feminists, and what I mean by that is within modern day feminism, you have so many completely contradicting opinions. Like, you can have one group of feminists who hold one set of opinions, and you can have another group of feminists who hold literally the exact fucking opposite opinions to that first group. And like, you have all these sort of branches within feminism. Like, you have TERFs, which is something I'm probably going to make an entire video on, and it's a complete mess.